Integrating your online and offline networking. This is Jennifer Henczel, and you can find me at cnbn.ca. That stands for Connect Now Business Network. And you can also find me at trybuildingblueprint.com. One day, I received the worst phone call of my life. My husband had been in an accident, and they weren't sure if he was going to make it, and they told me to go to the hospital right away. He had been crushed by 12,000 pounds of wood. When they pulled him out of the area, the machine where he had been crushed, he wasn't breathing at first. When I got to the hospital, I didn't recognize him because his chest was all caved in and his face was covered in blood because the blood had been pushed out of his eyes, his ears, his nose, and his mouth. They told me he had multiple fractures throughout his body, a popped lung, his Adam's apple was crushed, and a bunch of other things. It was a tragic, near-death experience for him, but miraculously, he survived. The part of the story where I had my learning moment, the positive that came out of this situation, was when I witnessed the tremendous outpouring of emotional support for my husband. You see, he was a beloved fixture in the community. He had volunteered as a football coach and then a football announcer, and he had many friends in the football community and beyond. I had a deep desire to create such a supportive and warm atmosphere of reciprocity in the business community. I was determined to do so. I studied group dynamics, more leadership stuff, I read Tribes by Seth Godin, and many other great books on the topic. I had also mastered social media at this point, but like many other solopreneurs, I was getting trapped behind my computer. I fell short in the areas of live events and meeting face-to-face. I did some networking, but not enough, so I studied how to integrate online and offline networking. In his book, Tribes, Seth Godin states a tribe is any group of people, large or small, who are connected to one another, a leader, and an idea. For millions of years, humans have joined tribes. It's our nature. Now the internet has eliminated the barriers of geography, cost, and time. All those blogs and social networking sites are helping existing tribes get bigger and enabling new tribes to be born. Who is going to lead all these tribes? The web can do amazing things, but it can't provide leadership. That still has to come from individuals, people just like you who have a passion about something. Anyone who wants to make a difference now has the tools at their fingertips. I created the Connect Now Business Network. Now, a few years later, I can tell you I've refined my processes and I've created some systems that really work. I started with one meetup in Abbotsford, and now I have 12 chapters throughout the Lower Mainland. So let's take a look at how we integrate our online and offline networking without getting stuck on one side or the other. Successful marketing plans include both inbound and outbound strategies. To integrate your networking, we need to look at the community building aspects of each of the social platforms and use them in a way that will create engagement online and offline. So what are those? Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Pinterest are great. People use those to different degrees and find some work better for them than others. But today I'm going to talk about the three that get the most traction. 1 and 2, Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups. We all need to join groups, and everyone here should also create their own group. You can use groups for very targeted purposes and make them private, but I'm talking about public groups here where you can use them to generate leads, traffic, and engagement for yourself. Name your groups using something distinctive and regional. What I mean by that is, for example, cycling in Vancouver, photography in the Fraser Valley, or hiking in the Pacific Northwest. Using distinctive and regional keywords are the most common ways that people search for things and the best way for them to find you. And the third thing was Twitter lists. Benefits of Twitter lists. Keep your contacts and feeds organized. When you add someone to a Twitter list, they get notified. You can increase your followers and people can subscribe to your Twitter lists. I have a complimentary video demonstrating how to use Twitter lists, and you can also check out my program trybuildingblueprint.com, and there I show all my strategies and mindsets for creating engaging online and offline marketing and networking. My name again is Jennifer Henczel. Thanks for listening.